All right, short video here about my Diamondback cover I put on my truck. Put it on here about a month ago, a little over a month ago, about a month and a half ago. I went with this type of cover just for a couple of reasons. One, I've had a topper on my truck on a previous vehicle, and it made it to where I basically could not clean my rear window. I couldn't, without completely undoing the topper and moving it back so I could get in there and clean. Plus it created blind spots that my wife hated. So this way, with this type of cover, I can clean my window. I still have use of my sliding rear window, even though it's not that often I use it. The Diamondback, it took me about 3 hours to put it on. I put it on by myself. They recommend that you have somebody help you, which is warranted, because you got to get in. Once you get it on, getting it on itself isn't bad. It's getting up under it and adjusting all these locking rods. You got to get up under it and adjust the locking rods. You're trying to adjust where everything goes. And I don't know how many times I crawled in and out of here. So that's a toolbar that comes separately. You can buy that separate. But I don't know how many times I crawled in and out of here trying to get everything adjusted properly and stuff. It just makes it a lot better if you have two people working on it, because you have to be able to push down on these corners. You have to be able to push down on them, so you kind of so that way you kind of compress this seal and it seals up. And so I was getting out, having to move a weight. I've got a solid concrete block that I was putting up there and trying to move it and crawling in and out. And the fact the day I put it on there, the feels like temperature was 115 degrees in Central Florida. That obviously didn't help. But so far I'm liking it. I did have a problem with it leaking right off the bat, mainly right here on this rear corner, this passenger side rear corner. And on these Ford Rangers, this is a 25 Ford Ranger, these little caps are so loose, these stake caps. And I went on a couple of the forums or Facebook groups, and everybody was talking about it, because on this, even though it went completely over it, the actual water was coming to right about here before it stopped. So what I did, I just got some clear silicone and just siliconed all of them in, and that took care of my leak. But these Diamondback covers aren't the cheapest in the world, but I don't mind paying extra for something if it's going to work and do what I need it to. I can't stand the fact of getting something and it not working the way it's supposed to, or whatever. Yeah, you've got to modify or anything like that to it. Also on the front, this is a spring-loaded lock, so it comes up and you got to push down a little bit, and there's a lock underneath that lock right there. That's a safety to keep it from coming up while you're driving down the road. So for some reason the locking rods failed and you're going down the road, it doesn't take it completely off. Plus it's got security cables on both sides. So if for some reason this failed, so if the locking rods failed and this failed, those cables will keep it from flying completely off and hitting a vehicle behind you or something. But yeah, I like it. We're going to use it for camping and stuff, and keeping stuff secure and dry. Like I said, I haven't had a leak since I siliconed in those bed caps. So if anybody's interested in a truck cover, give Diamondback a look. It got here about a week prior to what I thought, or what they estimated. They figured production time plus shipping, and I would have it in about 2 weeks, and actually it showed up in about a week. So I was kind of pleased with that. So, all right. Oh, hang on, before I go, like I said, this is a toolbar that I bought separately, And I bought 2 lights. They run on batteries right here, and the light, I don't know if you can see it or not. Light goes up there, and I bought 2 of them. One for the front, and one for the rear ones. Even though I said that backward, this is the rear. So all that is stuff that can be bought separately. And I bought, they had a bundle. It's called the Everyday Bundle. It came with 1 toolbar, 2 lights, and a tailgate seal to kind of help seal up your tailgate to keep dust and water and stuff out. So, all right, like I said, if anybody's interested, that's what they are. And so far I'm happy with it. It's been on here about 6 weeks. So, all right, have a good day.